Noisy lawnmower starts behind host.
Hey everyone, it's Weston from... Hey, do you mind?
Mower stops. Graphic reads outside science inside parks.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Hey everyone, it's Weston with another episode of Outside Science Inside Parks. In this episode, we traveled to Glacier Bay, Alaska to learn how underwater noise makes it difficult for whales and other marine mammals to communicate.
Humpback whale surfaces to breathe just off the shore of the island. Researchers look on. Beautiful Alaskan scene across water. Speaker is Michelle Forney, a graduate student from Oregon State University.
We are on Strawberry Island here in the Beardsley Island complex inside of Glacier Bay National Park, here inside of Southeast Alaska's Inside Passage.
Speaker is Leanna Matthews, a graduate student from Cornell University.
Beardsley Islands are a very important habitat for both harbor seals and humpback whales, which are the species we're studying here this summer.
Boat approaches remote island. Front gate rolls down at shoreline. Speaker is Luke Williams, an undergraduate student from Oregon State University.
So the reason we're here on the island is because we're taking visual data as well as acoustic data. We have 4 hydrophones on the floor of the bay.
Underwater sounds from whales.
Our job is to basically record surface behaviors of the humpback whales. And so what we get with that is we get a geographic point location of the whale as well as what it's doing at that time.
Speaker is Morgan Kroger, an undergraduate student from Oregon State University.
This is wild. I mean, this is awesome. You get to see the whales, and you actually get to see them. You get to see them dive, you get to see them fluke, you get to see them breach, and you're actually seeing the subject of your science do its thing.
Speaker is Amber Swicegood, an undergraduate student from Oregon State University.
So today we are doing scans for humpback whales. One person uses the theodolite to get locations on the whales, and the other person sits here and takes data.
Speaker is David Culp, an undergraduate student from Oregon State University.
This is a theodolite. It's going to allow me to scan the width of our entire survey area and mark each individual whale.
Speaker is again Michelle.
And by doing this, we get a snapshot of the distribution of whales in the area. So when you go back and think about that localization, if I know where every whale is when it comes to the surface of the water, I can then pair that with the sounds that I hear under the water to see which whale produced which call.
Researcher watching for whales.
The information that we get from this project, looking at noise, looking at communication, looking at acoustics, has a direct purpose towards the preservation of this national park and towards mitigating any negative impacts we might have so that when we know where our limits are.
Walking kayak down to the water. Speaker is again Leanna.
It's one big project, but the project is sort of split up into 2 different projects at the same time. I'm focusing on looking at the effects of vessel noise on harbor seal behavior.
Photos of harbor seals.
Well, today we're going to be collecting data on harbor seals. And the person in the front seat is going to take some pictures of harbor seals, and the person in the back seat is going to listen to harbor seals. And with those data sets combined, we'll have a better understanding of what exactly is going on out there.
Researchers in boats. Speaker is Chris Gabrielle, a whale biologist with Glacier Bay National Park.
Marine mammals use sound in a lot of the ways that humans would use vision. So they use it for finding food, avoiding predators, socializing with others, finding mates. So all those things make the underwater sound environment really important to marine mammals.
Wake from the boat.
Vessel traffic is a really important way that brings people to Glacier Bay. On the other hand, the Park Service is also charged with protecting all the resources of the park while making it available to visitors.
Eagle grabs fish. Speaker is again Michelle.
My role as a researcher here in Glacier Bay National Park is to investigate that junction, because we want people, visitors, to come to Glacier Bay and to see the animals, but we also have an obligation and a desire to make sure that these animals aren't disturbed by our presence.
Whale offshore. Speaker is Morgan Kroger.
It's really exciting to be out here and actually doing work that will mean something.
Kayak paddles into the distance. Speaker is Leanna.
I mean, that's the dream, right? Is to have your science make a difference in the world and protect the species that you're studying, and that's what we're doing here. And it's really important work, and it's very rewarding work.
A whale dives in the distance. Host on camera.
And I'm sure all those whales and seals really do appreciate all their hard work. Speaking of marine mammals, join us next time when we travel to Point Reyes National Seashore, where an ancient dolphin fossil has been discovered.
Graphic reads, thanks for watching. Don't miss next month for ancient marine mammals at Point Reyes.